Have you ever had those days where you're just not feeling it? You know what I mean, the days when God's love feels more like a theory in a dusty book than a living reality in your heart. You sing the songs, you read the verses, but inside you're thinking, okay, I believe God loves me, but right now, it sure doesn't feel like it. Yeah, I've been there too, and let's be honest, it's hard. Because people say, just remember God loves you, like it's the easiest thing in the world. But sometimes, hearing that feels about as comforting as when someone says, don't worry, right after you told them you're worried. Thanks, but that didn't help. So what do we do when God's love feels far away? Let's talk about it. First, let's admit something: feelings are powerful, but they're not always accurate. For example, I once felt like I could pull an all-nighter and be fine the next day. Spoiler alert, I was not fine. My feelings betrayed me somewhere between the third cup of coffee and the 9 a.m. meeting where I forgot how to spell my own name. Feelings are real, but they're not always reliable. It's the same with faith. The Bible never says, you'll always feel God's love. Instead, it says, this is love, not that we loved God, but that He loved us and sent His Son. 1 John 4:10. Notice that? God's love isn't based on whether you feel it today. It's based on what Jesus did on the cross once and for all. Here's the beautiful thing: God's love is steady, even when our emotions are not. Think of it like the sun on cloudy days. You might not see it, but that doesn't mean it's not shining. God's love is like that, unchanging, constant, whether we feel it or not. But let's be practical. How do we actually remind ourselves of that love when we're in the middle of doubt? Number 1, go back to the Word. Romans 8 says nothing can separate us from the love of God, not death, not life, not angels, not demons, not your mistakes, not even your feelings. That's powerful. Sometimes, the best thing you can do is literally read that out loud until it sinks in. Number 2, look back at your life. Have you noticed how God has carried you through things you thought you'd never survive? That's love. It's not always flashy, but it's faithful. His fingerprints are all over your story, even if you only see them in hindsight. Number 3, be honest in prayer. Tell God, Lord, I don't feel loved right now. You know what's amazing? God doesn't roll His eyes at prayers like that. He meets us there. The Psalms are full of honesty, and yet God called David a man after my own heart. Why? Because David was real with Him. Let me throw in a little humor here: if God's love was based on my performance, I'd be disqualified by breakfast most days. Maybe you can relate, but thankfully, His love is based on who He is, not who I am. That's good news for people like me, and probably for people like you too. Here's the truth: struggling to feel God's love doesn't make you a bad Christian. It makes you human. Even the great saints of the Bible had moments of doubt and struggle. But over and over, God's love proved greater than their doubts. And He'll do the same for you. So next time you wake up and your emotions are lying to you, remember this: before time began, God chose you. At the cross, He proved His love for you. And today, even in your weakness, He's holding on to you. If that doesn't always feel real in the moment, that's okay. Trust isn't about feelings, it's about choosing to believe the truth, even when your heart lags behind. Friend, you are loved by the God of the universe, and nothing, absolutely nothing, can change that. If this encouraged you, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join me for more Bible encouragement every week. And before you go, check out the video on the screen about finding peace in God's promises. It's a perfect next step if you're wrestling with doubt.